I don't know. I think we're live though.
Hey. That's right. We got Spreading Hope with us right here. Looks like it's kind of fake, but like I can touch it and everything. It's not an it. It's a she.
This is real people under here, man.
So we're very, very excited today because we have a beautiful, lovely, she's one of our facilitators, which we're so excited she's on our team. Cathy, one of our most beautiful USA facilitators. She saw it, she understood how powerful these programs were and the remarkable stories that she's going to share with us today is very exciting. We thought, what a nice way to spend the hump days, the Wednesday. Let's hear some hope, some joy, some lovely things that actually happen. And this is why Hope is joining us. But Hope won't stay too long on there because she gets very, very hot.
It's hot and Hope.
There we go.
Hope is hot, man.
Hope is hot. And there's Carolyn right there.
Hey, everybody. So I think, I don't know if Cathy can see us, but I hope everybody else can. I hope.
Get it?
See how it's
all about hope today.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody can see us out there too, but please do comment. Let us know who you are, where you're from. We like to know who's watching as well. And please feel free to comment or ask questions as we go through today too, because we are pumped about our guest speaker. Pumped. But before we get into that, we got to go through our regular rigmarole.
And Heidi's joining us, which I think, was it Heidi? Heidi was the one who introduced you to us, wasn't she? What a lovely little,
look at the world.
Lovely way to do it.
All right. Okay. So the first thing to go through is this hashtag
Holy Jumpin' Tuna Fish.
If you guys hear something today, and you will, that will light your fire, inspire your soul, make you feel good about life, throw in that Holy Jumpin' Tuna Fish, because we like to know what you like at the end of the day. The next hashtag is this beautiful, we are life changers. And we're not just talking about us. We're not just talking about Cathy. We're talking about all of our horses, all of you people across the, you're like my WestJet.
I really am.
Yeah, land your plane. But we are talking about all of the beautiful human beings that are out and exist in this world. And really, what does this boil down to? How we can positively change life.
I believe it's kindness.
It's kindness. Yep. That's exactly right. Throw it around, sprinkle it like it's confetti. People,
yes,
tap into some kindness.
It's a short little life. Be kind. We don't need to be round each other.
It feels good to be kind.
It does.
That's where you get the smile lines. These are the WTF lines.
And if you need to be angry, because we all do as humans sometimes, grab that. You remember when we were young, that clown that had the sand in the bottom,
yeah,
and it would come back up again. That's where you do your anger, not to the people, to the fake clown.
One day I'm going to see you hit something like that.
I want to, and it'll probably hit me in the face,
and I'll laugh. That's what she's gonna do, everybody. Tough cookie here.
Oh, so dumb.
And the other too that is kind to do as well is sharing. Sharing is caring, people. I won't even make you say it today, Carrie. But share this out. We want more. I don't understand how it happens.
My thumbs are magical.
You have magical thumbs that make fireworks happen.
That is like, wow.
Do it again. Nope, only once. Okay. So share this out because we do want more people to know about the effects of equine assisted learning and how these beautiful horses can help people all over the globe. And we want more people getting into it. It's getting to be, the horse world is declining, people. We need to amp her up and get more people recognizing how horses can be such phenomenal teachers.
So true. And connection is so lost. Even with our world closure, we're not even close to being caught up in helping and healing and wellness mentally for many, many of us. So it really is so important to have that connection and to not only have it with a human, but with that horse.
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to make the connections with humans first.
Yeah.
So when you can do it with a horse and know you have a genuine, authentic connection, it makes it easier for it to boil over into other things in life too.
Exactly. Let's hurry up so we can get Cathy on.
Okay. My name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing as well as an instructor and facilitator for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning. Yeah, you go.
Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Cathy Farman and I'm the founder of the Equine Connection and helping people globally around the world, just like our beautiful Cathy, to do what we do. And it's the greatest job in the world because why? We have this most purposeful career in helping another human to be able to move forward by working with horses. We never use a horse. The foundation and the welfare of the horse comes first in our certification. And we have these objectively driven programs that help us as a professional to help the humans to build skills and move forward in their life.
Very nice. And we already got a tuna fishy.
Yay!
Hooray! Thank you so much. Okay, so with no more, let's
Further ado.
That's the word I was looking for.
Further
Thank you.
ado.
Let's introduce our Cathy here. You're now ours.
Yes, she is.
Our Cathy.
Our Cathy.
Cathy is currently serving as the principal of an experiential learning program in Vermont. We really want to go to Vermont.
We do, Cathy.
She started her career 42 years ago as an elementary class teacher, moved on to be a technology integration specialist, a special education administrator, an assistant principal, a principal, and is now a certified equine assisted learning facilitator through the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning. She found her true passion was helping children to learn new skills, and being an equine assisted learning facilitator has made that passion a reality. And we cannot wait to hear some of your stories.
Oh, so
I just choked up.
we are, there is our lovely Cathy.
gosh.
So we see Cathy. I hope everybody else can see.
Yeah,
both
let
of
us know.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
going to
gonna have
move
get
in.
close.
There we go. I have to get tight to Carolyn.
Wait.
So there we go. But we can see you beautifully, Cathy.
Yeah, I can't see you.
Okay,
That's so
well,
weird.
at least
Okay.
she can hear us, and you know what we look like because we're always yipping in workplace. So
That's true.
just feel the vibe or put a picture in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the love.
I love it.
Oh, and yes, Heidi says, woo woo. Hi, Cathy. Yes, we can see you. So that's perfect.
Excellent.
So welcome, Miss Cathy. We are very excited to have you on because we love to hear the inspirational pieces of what happens once you become a facilitator. What does it change your life? Does it not change your life? What happens, Cathy? Tell us.
It really changes your life. It absolutely changes your life. It changes your life in so many different ways because you are facilitating the growth of others. And it is the most rewarding thing I think I have ever done in my 42 years. And by the way, I started when I was 6.
Wow.
It's okay. We're all just 29 and counting, Cathy.
So the students that I have are having such a wonderful time. And we start our week by choosing. So our program comes with objectives. And so we talk about the objective of our program when we do the program. And then we carry that objective throughout the week in every aspect that we can. So, for example, we were talking about body language because this is one of the first things that we do. And we gave our students the assignment of see if you can identify at least 2 different forms of body language in humans. So when we talk about the body language of horses, and we say, when a horse's ears, are flat back to their head, what does that tell us? And they can say, oh, they're, really upset, they're angry, those types of things. How do we know that a human is upset? Because they can't, flatten their ears to their head. And they're able to do that. And they're able to identify things that they couldn't identify prior to doing this.
That's the parallels, right?
That's it.
And when you figure it out with the horse, that's how it's brought back to real life. So it's not just sitting there in an arena as knowledge that's gained and lost. It's the application. It's the piece of it that you can see it working on their little faces or big faces.
Well, and that's the saddest part. I think you would agree with this in our world today. This technology is wrecking so much of that beautiful communication that's healthy through body language because we're all doing this. Like, what does this do for a human to even have connection? Mm-hmm. And even through that body language, the connection that they're now feeling with other humans, like kudos to you. That's beautiful.
Lenore Mann is on as well. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Lenore. And yes, I see we've got quite a few people on. So let us know who you are, where you're from. We like that.
I love that. Okay, I love that you can create this. And I always think it's so amazing because you become certified, you do own your own business, but we're still all one team. We work together, support each other. But I love the bonus in when you already have a huge skill that you already love, and then you incorporate it with the one you really want to keep moving forward with. It's outrageous what you can create, and to create something where a child is using that skill throughout an entire week, I can't even comprehend the strength that would bring to the foundation of who
This
they
is
are.
why this phase happens all day. Because I'm able to, a new student comes into the program and there's a conversation about, so we watched Tully and Tully looked, the eyes were wide and looking like he was not willing to do this. And he wasn't not willing, but he didn't understand. And so when I can use that to say, if we have a new student who comes, what body language did you see? And how could you support them? Like, how did you support Tully when Tully looked at the barrel a little sideways and said, I'm not so sure I want to go near that thing. And what did you do to help? And they're able to say, well, I made it a little bit, my light just went out, I'm sorry. I made it a little bit easier for Tully to recognize that barrel as being a safe thing and that I'm a safe person and I'm going to keep him safe and I'm going to help him and I'm going to be a good leader. Those pieces are worth $1 million to me because it does so much for our kids.
I love that. I'm loving hearing how you're speaking with the facilitation. Well, how does this do this? And the questions and everything like that. Because coming from an education background, teaching, right? And I remember to me, I
can tell stories.
This is not easy, but I'm loving your questions. Like that is phenomenal. And you've probably seen over and over again how just posing it in a little different way has allowed them to come up with their own answers, to come up with their own results that they can implement with all those pieces too. And I'm loving hearing the questions. It's good stuff.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, for telling me to stop talking, because my thing as a teacher is to be the dispenser of information. And so I have learned to become a facilitator and not a dispenser.
Yay!
I politely said to stop talking. Just for the record, everyone.
So with doing all of this, so what are some of your favorite stories that just warm your entire heart and soul that stay with you regularly? Because there's always those few ones. We know it happens to every human that goes through the programs, but the ones that make you
stick with you.
Yeah.
So the things that are so important, and it is the growth of the students is so incredible that they are able to have horses walk with them without touching them. They are able to, be regulated and regulate their emotions to the point where they are,
That was a teacher.
That was clear body language. She is distracted like Kelly.
Sorry. That's what happens when you keep the keys in your office. So it is the ability to recognize their own emotions, whereas they may not have been able to do that before, but the feedback from the horse is so clear and so quick. And so it's just, it's kind. But it says, hey, I don't understand what you want me to do, or I don't understand what you're doing, or, you're not being a very good leader right now. And that is really a key piece, because students, and I work with middle school students, and so middle school is challenging. And our middle schools are places of who am I and what do I do and how do I fit in? And sometimes it kind of goes off the rails a little bit. And so this is a way of saying there's no consequence to it. It's just I'm letting you know that you need to support me better. You need to be a better leader. You need to be keeping me safe. And watching these students be able to take a horse and go through an obstacle without even touching them is amazing. And the level of trust that has been built and that they can transfer to others is incredible. I can't even begin to tell you the fabulous things that I've seen. I was sharing with Carrie at one point where a student is, sort of just kind of sloughing along, and the horse reached over and just nipped him. And I said, what just happened? And he said, I think he thinks I'm grass. And I said, you think so? And what came out of this whole conversation was the leadership. Like, what do horses need? Do they need food? Yes. Do they need water? Yes. Do you think he really thinks you're grass because you have on a green shirt? No. So what do they need? Well, they got to feel safe. Okay. Do you think he was feeling safe? No, probably not. So it's those types of things that make such a big difference. And then they transfer that into the situation that they have with a friend or classmate that is challenging. Like, maybe I'm not being clear. Maybe I'm not being a good leader. And I need to be better about that. Self-awareness is just outrageously huge.
Even
And it's all
Yes.
even that aspect of safe, I find so profound sometimes, because we don't realize, yes, okay, food, water, shelter, all those things, when people say love is a part of, the higher of needs. But at the end of the day, it's being safe, right? That's what translates, just like with the horse. And we don't put those words always together as to what that is that we need it. But being safe is huge. And once people start to realize, adult or child, start to realize with the horse what safety means and how that translates, they start to realize what makes me safe in my own life. And you're right, it comes down to that personal leadership, that piece of, yes, I am going to do this, or no, I'm absolutely not going to do this. It's not safe for me, right? And it just helps decision-making skills even as they go forth too.
Yeah, they were working one day with negotiation, and they can walk away and say negotiation is a win-win. And so I helped Daisy by negotiating with her. If I put a little sprinkle of hay on the puzzle piece that I want, then she will choose that. So she wins by getting hay, and I win by getting the puzzle piece. And so it's those types of things that I see every day. And I'm seeing, like, a student telling another student, did you look what she just said to you? She didn't like that. And, of course, I get to say, well, why do you say that? Why do you say that she didn't like that? And it was a student pulling the side of the halter, and said, well, did you see her ears? Her ears went back. And did you see her pull her head away? Wow, that's really great that you noticed all of that. So they're helping each other as well. And it's
that's the way it should be. And that's connection right there. It's not doing this. It's literally connecting with another human and a horse, a living being.
Yeah.
How long do you do your programs for, setting this foundation where you take it for a week at a time, each skill that you do?
So we run the program exactly the way it is. That is our Mondays. So Monday is the program, and then carrying the objective is in all other aspects. So whether it is in the building, in the classroom, if it is doing something outside, it is carrying this objective with us. Like, so when we talked about communication and how you are communicating clearly, so right now playing kickball, do you feel like you were communicating what you needed clearly to that person? Now, remember when you were with Daisy, and Daisy was having difficulty stepping on the glove because she didn't understand, how did you help her? And it's interesting to watch how they will make those connections. They'll think back to what they've done, and then they'll connect it with what's happening right now. It's amazing.
I think that is seriously the beauty with the experiential learning, though. I mean, it's tactile. You're touching it. You're feeling it. You're there to recall any time that you needed, because you just didn't sit down and listen. It went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah. If you were a horse right now, what would your body look like?
Seriously.
Right? How would your ears be? Yeah. I love that. I love that.
That is what is happening. It isn't all in the arena. It isn't all with horses all week long. The kids want to go 5 days a week because they absolutely love them. They will just go and brush them. But it is, when we're talking about developing relationships, and how is it that you develop relationships, and how do you build trust? I mean, obviously, we're not going to groom each other, but build trust. in someone else? What would make them, feel like they could trust what you do? And it's fascinating watching them choose words. It is so cool that, they're choosing things like honesty and teamwork. And it's like, why did you choose honesty? And they say, well, the horse didn't lie to me. I couldn't lie to them. It's just amazing. And, why do you choose teamwork? And it's, well, I couldn't do it if I didn't have the horse. And we had to do it together.
I love that part with the words. Even sometimes you think, like the horse feels a little crazy cakes or something like that. And you're like, I don't know, did they get this? And then they pick a word and they say something at the end. You're like, freaking self high five. You blew it out of the park. This is amazing. And your confidence in life and everything else is restored once again.
It's so true.
And do you do the journaling as well at the end then too?
Mm-hmm. We do the journaling, and it's really interesting because students that I have been told don't write. I had one student one time that said that I don't write. And so her journaling was talking to the horse at the end. It was walking and talking with the horse and sharing with the horse what she felt was important and what she felt she needed to say about what happened and how she would use what she had done that day. And it was really amazing to watch.
Oh, I love that.
We've had other experiences too, where we've been told that they can't read or they can't write or that sort of thing. And then they get in with the horse and it's like they have that little amp of confidence just to try.
Just try a word or two.
And then they write, or they draw a picture, they do something with the journal that we're just like, mind is blown once again.
Well, I've often thought too, because it's so powerful in how you're taking it for that week. It's like if the kids came and then the parents could take it for that week. Like it's absolutely so brilliant to create and build strong little leaders in this world. But yeah, exactly. But even for the journaling piece or reflecting piece, however you want to call it, I've often thought, wouldn't that just be a brilliant way if you are a teacher to be able to help in penmanship and grammar and doing things that seem, I guess, old fashioned, but they're not. Those are powerful things still to have in our world and life.
How do you feel about it?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little strong on that one, but we still need that good solid stuff. That's foundation.
But our students help each other.
Mm-hmm.
They will literally, like, what do you want to say? And they will help each other to come up with what they want to say in their journal. It's fascinating.
And that's part of the engagement process, right? Not only learning how to learn for themselves, but learning how to help others in their learning as well. That's you can look at typical engagement in so many ways, but I'm sure you have it where kids are not making eye contact or scuffing their feet or doing all those things that typically you'd be like, this kid is not paying attention. They are not engaged at all. And then they go out to the arena and they're figuring out how to learn. They're figuring out how to parallel it to their lives. They're figuring out how to teach others and how to bring other people in an engagement. And it's just a magical, mind-blowing, unicorn-like experience to be a part of.
And one of the students keeps reminding me that these are not horses, they're unicorns. Oh. When I say something about a horse, I get that is a unicorn.
I always do that.
Oh my gosh. Like seriously, if I was doing your job too, I would be waking up every day saying, oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
Oh, you have no idea.
I love it.
They will spend every day that they could in the arena with horses, and they don't care if, they're just standing with them.
Oh,
but they've developed such great relationships, and they will teach. So if I had a new student coming and they wanted to teach, so they each took a section of talking about the eyes and the ears and the nose and the tail and the safety zone and the kick zone and all of the things that were important. And, they just wanted to share, and they did such an amazing job. There was another adult who was there and was watching and said, oh my gosh, that was incredible to watch those children teaching all of those things. Yeah.
This is so lovely. I wish there was more teachers doing this, and I wish there would have been a teacher like you when I sucked at school. I had no confidence. We moved 25 times. I was always that that
Yeah.
kid, you know?
That
And
kid.
no, and I
Yeah.
felt like stupid because I wasn't good in book knowledge stuff, but I was good in the life stuff. But this I would have excelled. I could have gotten an A.
Well, and I was good in the book knowledge side.
Yeah, you
but
were.
I had zero confidence or had
Yeah.
no comprehension of how to build self-esteem within myself,
No.
right? Having the opportunity, well, I've always said, if I could have had horses my entire life,
I know.
would be
I know.
running the universe. Maybe not that far, but my
Yeah,
own little
like,
universe.
wow.
Yeah. That's all I needed.
They will, it's so, they're so engaged and so connected to what they're learning that they will say, can we help set up? Can we help take things down? Can we help? I have one student, you know, who's like running with the rake because Code Brown, and you know, nobody squabbles over anything. They don't squabble about having to clean it up. They don't squabble about any of the things that they need to do at the end. When I say, okay, all the poles are going to the left side of the arena, nobody says no.
Hey, a question for you. What is the feedback from parents and guardians who are with these beautiful children? What's happening in that world?
Wow, they are doing so well at home. And it's carried throughout their life. It just, it emanates from them in everything that they do. And I think that in all honesty, it is, you know, the programs, the horses, it is so meaningful and it's relevant. Because if you think about all of the things that happen in public school and all of the things that are not relevant to your life, this is all relevant. Everything we do.
Yes.
So do you bring in kids, like you bring in a certain number at a time, but how do you choose? Like, is it the kids who are having a bit of a rough time or a bullying aspect, or do you just kind of run through the list?
All of that.
Check.
All of the
check.
Got
Check.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's keep going till everybody gets to go through.
Yes.
Let's see if anyone maybe has, do you have a question for beautiful Cathy?
Yes, we've got
Vermont.
Sherry from Sherry or Cherry. I always mess that one up. From McGrath Coots area, Buddy from Oklahoma. Howdy, ladies. Howdy, Buddy. And Miss Penny is on here as well. Always a pleasure tuning in. Thank you, ladies. And Heidi says, wow, Cathy, this is so amazing. That's true.
And do any of you have any kind of a question for Cathy? Because I really think there's so many teachers out there and principals, vice principals, who are wanting to create a strong learning experience that relates to life. That is life. This is life. So anyone have a question out there for Cathy? Because she's the top dog, man. You want to ask her the questions.
Cathy's like, who's runner of the universe now?
Yeah, it's Cathy.
So the opportunity sort of presented itself, and the door opened a tiny crack, and I bulldozed my way through. And this is where I landed because I know the value of this. And I was told that I could create a program. And once they said I could create a program, I dove through that door like you wouldn't believe. And I said, this is it.
Oh, congratulations, Cathy. We are so beyond excited for you, your students, your team members who work with you, and all of those teachers who continually incorporate those beautiful, strong skills to make it possible to build that foundation.
Like, that's the opportunity we always wanted.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
To be able to, and we created, well, you've seen how we created things was in a lot of ways, we wanted it to go back to the classroom, to go back to their family lives, to go back. And the groups that we choose to work with, that's not always a full option for us, right? Just the nature of the groups that we work with. But having that ability that, you know, that is the theme for the week. Like, if it's communication, it's communication. If it's negotiation, it's negotiation. If it's focus, trust, whatever it is, you know that it's hitting that point. And that's so strong that I can just imagine what it will be like coming in the next program. And that building block is so strong beneath them that they just rock it, right? That's
It is once they are available for learning, they can learn anything. It is becoming available.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I have the skills to be able to negotiate or to communicate or to focus on something is so huge. And knowing that they can do it.
Absolutely. Can
Hi-
you show it?
Heidi wants to know when you're going to retire so you and her could do this all the time.
Well, let's see. I started 43 years ago. This is the 43rd year. So, and I started when I was 6. So I got a little ways.
I like that you're sticking with it.
Yeah. Age is just a number.
Oh, thank you so very much for joining us today. I know we've got our different time zones, but how lovely that you were able to take time out and fill us all with some hope and joy and happiness, just hearing how beautiful it's going for you. But you got one last story to kind of end off with. Oh, Heidi's got one more thing.
But now because you're now incorporating this into the teaching you're doing now, we just need to get all our schools involved in our area.
That's a job right there, Heidi.
Take it to the district, man.
Take it to the district.
Kathy's like, yes. Yeah.
We just need to change the face of education to recognize that it isn't whether or not you can memorize a multiplication table, but if you are available for learning multiplication concepts.
Absolutely.
I like
What?
that you said. Yes, we just need to change the education system. just that little thing.
But it is true.
But it's true, completely.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us your story. Give us something that is gonna light up some tuna fishies here.
Oh gosh, I can only pick one. So I said to my students, I said to them, so this is what's happening, going to be on the big screen. And so there's so many stories, and some of my favorite stories are, one was the nipping, which I thought was so valuable because when I first started and I had a situation with a horse that kind of panicked, and I kept stepping in, and I didn't really get it. And so my horse went straight up, and I panicked and snatched the horse away from this human and practically cuddled him and carried him out of the arena to keep him safe. To understanding that stepping in is not to stop what is happening so much as it is to clarify why something is happening and to support the horse in what is happening. So when the horse is saying, help me, I wasn't helping, I was just taking over. Mm-hmm. And so I learned that helping is really a key piece. So I think out of all of this, the thing to take away from this is, one, know that you're there to facilitate the learning of the human, keeping your horse safe and helping your horse to be able to help the human as well. And the way that happens is something that's sort of a growing process for me, because as Carolyn knows, I'm more of a want to teach you and tell you, stop that, don't do that, do that. But she's done a fabulous job of helping me to ask questions, and I think I've done really well.
You're blowing my mind.
Fantastic.
You're blowing my mind right now, because I know the first few moments, she's like, but.
Oh, the old butskis.
Yes, but if we did this, I'm just listening to you right now, and those recognitions that, and we've made the same mistakes before. Nobody's exempt from doing that part. The biggest thing that you've come to here is that horse is the beautiful teacher. And you're right. It's not about fixing everybody's problems, because then they don't learn how to fix their own. Mm-hmm. It's about empowering people to figure out what it is that they need to just adjust a little bit for our horses to stay in that beautiful area. And you're knocking my socks off, lady.
Oh yeah. And doesn't it feel so more, I guess, calming when you're actually understanding where you're at? There's no, you're not panicked anymore, because you're really just working with that horse, and those beautiful little humans are doing all the work to be empowered for themselves because they're all unique and they're all gifted, but they're figuring it out. It's not for us, but the horse and them.
So good.
And it is changing my, the students changing what I knew. I knew to, maybe yell or swear or throw things, to now I have learned that I can communicate clearly. I can tell you what I need clearly, and we might be able to negotiate so we both win.
Wow. Oh, you're just blowing my socks off there, girl.
Where are the tuna fishies people?
That's my tuna fish.
Yep.
Swim.
Yep.
Swim.
However way. Fireworks or something.
Fireworks.
Yeah. This is the best thing I've ever done in my life. Oh. It really is. This is like, I will never retire because I will do this forever.
That just warms our hearts. Seriously, because you can't see how could it end when there's so much purpose to what we're doing in life now. Not just making a living, we're actually living the living and living it right.
Yeah.
Last breath on earth will be, heck yeah, it was an amazing time.
And we're going to spread the wealth to some adults, maybe. We're going to, my co-facilitator and I are going to, because we've been asked about what we do. And so we are going to spread the wealth and give them a little demo of what this kind of looks like. And who knows, we may end up with a contract.
Woohoo! You've given me shivers everywhere. I think I just need to talk to you once a week, Cathy.
Yeah. Oh, my.
Let's do that. We'll have some coffee. We'll chat.
Yeah. Actually, what we'll do is let you talk to the students.
Oh. Yeah. Let's do it.
They can come up with millions of stories and things that they have learned and things that they can do that they never thought they could. And their self-awareness is so incredible.
If any of your kids listen out there, you got that confidence or just doing it anyways, and the parents are cool with this, let's make this happen for the new year. Let's start off the new year right.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay.
Fill the cockles of my heart.
Okay, you let us know then, and we'll go forward.
Okay.
Well, you've blown some minds and filled some hearts today, so I think we've done our job.
Hope is everywhere.
Yes, we appreciate you so much, Cathy, and you're knocking my socks off. I just love, and she had such a good sense of humor about everything. I'm a teacher. I know she goes, but you're just. I love the glow on your face and how much you're loving doing this and feeling that part of the facilitation, because facilitation versus teaching, it's a hard switch.
Ooh, it's hard.
It's tough, but I love your questions and how you're bringing things about, and you're seeing all these beautiful changes, and it's filling your bucket too. So that makes us very happy.
We have a bunch of full buckets. There's no doubt.
Aww, I
love it. Buckets all over the place. And we have students who are just, they're feeling confident, they're feeling safe, they're feeling like they are empowered. Just knowing that you can get a 1,200-pound animal who wants to be with you, who doesn't have to, is the most powerful feeling in the world.
I so agree with you.
I love it.
Oh, thank you, hun.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have an amazing week.
We'll set something up with the kiddos.
Yep.
Anybody watching, if you are interested in doing this sort of certification today at 4:30 Mountain Time, we have the
Black Friday extravaganza. I totally forgot about that.
We got that webinar going on today. So if you are looking for more information, you can ask us for information in the comments here, or you can check out, we also have another event going on, our event posted in our Facebook page. That'll give you all the lowdown info on that too, if you'd like to join us.
Yes, it's free and it's fun.
That's right. Look how fun this is.
Seriously.
Come on. You could all have full buckets too every day.
That's very true.
It's really easy when you have something this great in your life to be happy.
Right.
I can't not be.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to squish
you. I want
to hug you. She's like, okay, take it down.
Run away. Too much pressure.
Watching children, seeing a cone and the horse has to touch the cone, and watching the student pick up the cone and putting it close to the horse, or touching the horse with it and going, done.
Yeah.
I helped. And the student who said, sometimes there are obstacles that you have to move to be able to get things done.
Oh, well said, little one.
Yeah, it's true. And you got
It's amazing. So I'm just walking around with a goofy grin on my face most days. And the days that, I don't get to do the program are, less perky, but
Yeah.
I'm still happy because I'm watching them carry those skills with them.
Absolutely. Can't have it any better than that, Cathy.
Well, you're doing phenomenal work for those kidlets, and we're so happy to have you in the family. And yeah, we'll definitely set something up to hear from the kiddos in the new year too. I think that'd be amazing.
You set it up because you thought of this brilliant idea. You send it our way and we make it happen. So that's the deal, right?
I'll see if I can talk them into it.
I love that.
Tell them they can be.
Yes. And we just talk to them. So it's nice and light.
Call an electrician while you're at it.
Yeah.
It's the motion thing.
You didn't move enough. You have to be more animated.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, Cathy.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a fabulous week with your objective.
Bye.
All right, and we'll see you everybody next week or at the Black Friday.
Not
event.
next week.
Not
at the
next
Black
week.
Friday extravaganza because we're
That's
not
right.
on next
That's
week.
true. So today or nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.